Autumn Hawkins with Lowkey R&B, and today we have RJ. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Autumn?
I'm good. We were talking a little bit off camera about like where he's from. He's from New Orleans, and how did that help you, or like how do you use your hometown, your home city, and rep that in your music?
Well, I think that New Orleans is such like a strong place. You know what I'm saying? Like from all of like the natural disasters we get, it typically tears us down, but then we're a place where like we're so strong and so like family orientated. We always find a way to build ourselves back up. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
world of music, I think that, that lives through me. Like, um, whatever emotions I'm going through, I'm able to put it in my music and build myself back up, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And just
Mm-hmm.
music has been like my life. So, it's giving me that drive, it's giving me that reason to just be strong, you know what I'm saying? Be resilient and just, yeah, stand on my creativity. And not just that too, but New Orleans is heavily based in music. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
One of the greatest artists of all time has come out of New Orleans, like Lil Wayne. So
Yeah.
just growing up and knowing that somebody that close to home, you know what I'm saying, could do such great things, like it gave me a lot of motivation to be able to do what I'm doing today.
Definitely. And yeah, I want to speak on that too, since you brought up Lil Wayne, because you recently went on tour with him as well. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
how was it like having someone like you said, like from your home city, and you're on stage with them? Like that's insane. Lil Wayne's one of my favorite rappers, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
amazing.
It's surreal. Like it's like what the hell? Like for real. Like I was so nervous, and I always am, performing in front of people, but more so this because like I said, like it's so close to home and it's one of my favorite artists growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like the Carter 3 is like my favorite album of all time. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it was a real amazing moment because, I had prior to that, I had went on tour with No Cap and we did a bunch of shows and they were good. But I ain't gonna lie, like the Lil Wayne show probably was like my best show. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as
Mhm.
just like crowd reaction. And I don't know, it was because I just was so nervous that it's Lil Wayne that I just went out there and just really just killed it, which I
Mhm.
did, but it was my greatest show. And afterwards I got to see him perform like live on stage with him, you know what I'm saying? So it just
Mhm.
was a full circle moment, like you know what I'm saying? It just was unreal.
That's amazing. I think, oh my God, I could not imagine like being on stage with Lil Wayne. Like I've been to his concerts before
Yeah,
too, and he's just an amazing performer. So like I can only
yeah, yeah.
imagine.
He's high energy. Like everything is
Mhm.
just high energy. He don't stop moving, don't stop dancing, and it just gave me a lot of inspiration for when I move forward in performing.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. I feel like you can always feed off of his energy. It's amazing, even from the crowd. So I love
Yeah,
that
yeah.
for you.
So,
Also it's really good too that you just signed to Roc Nation. So congratulations.
oh my,
Um, yeah, no problem. Like that's amazing. That's an amazing label. So you also released your debut album under them. So that was You're the Problem back in June. So what was the process of creating that project for you?
well, I knew that, you know what I'm saying? I knew that the type of music that I make, like my artistry is so versatile. But I knew that when I signed with Rock, that I wanted to give them, a solid album, like a solid body of work, you know what I'm saying? Because I had never, prior to Rock, I put out a couple mixtapes, but like a real album, you know what I'm saying? I knew it was going to be a process. So a lot of people don't know, You're the Problem is like 2 years in the making.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
spend a lot of time in the studio, post production outside of the studio. Like, it took a lot. Because just the process of me signing, I think I was 20 when I signed. So we released the project. Now I'm 22. Like, it's just it's a growing type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Within the
Mhm.
project, I started making the music. I was younger, and you know what I'm saying. A lot of emotions, I dealt with it differently from now. So it's just like it's a full circle type of album. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm discussing my emotions and being upset or angry at other people in relationships to me actually taking some type of accountability. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
For the things in relationships. So yeah, it was a 2 year body of work. Like it was crazy, but we had a lot of fun. Like all of the um all the producers on it are really close to home. Like some of the features that I got on there are friends of mine close to home. So to be able to do that and put an album out under Roc Nation with friends of mine who are it's just incredible. Like it's a crazy feeling, but it feels real good. And it came out really well.
Yeah, no, for sure. I listened to it a couple of times. I really liked it, genuinely. So,
Yeah.
so a little bit about like how did you figure out, you said it took about 2 years to create the project. So how did you figure out the track listing for that? Like I think like sometimes a lot of times artists will, take accountability, not accountability, but like use the track listing as like a part of their like storyboarding.
Yeah, definitely. You know, a lot of the songs that I make are relationship driven, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Just relationships between me and a woman, but you know, family relationships, just whatever, you know what I'm saying? So once we hit that 2 year mark, you gotta, understand we have so much music to deal with, you know what I'm saying? To
Mhm.
I think that's what took us a long time too. Not even so much just making the music, but having so much music to choose from. Out of 100 tracks, we got to get down to 12. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like
Wow.
so, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That would took a minute, but I think once I came down to an idea of what kind of style I wanted to stick to, because it's like rapping, but they're singing on there too, and
Mhm.
I love to really sing, harmonize, and I love to rap too. So it just was finding the theme, you know what I'm saying? Finding the right theme for You're the Problem. And once we just had the theme of You're the Problem, you know what I'm saying? And just taking accountability for actions and just all of the toxicness of relationships in my songs, it was easy to kind of just boil it down like, okay, yeah, this one is crazy. Like this one has to go on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I was just about to say, like, you talk a lot about relationships, like in your on your album and stuff. And I just wanted to know, like, is there like I feel like the one of my favorite tracks was like her favorite Janae Aiko song. So like
Yeah.
was there something I feel like there's like a story behind that. I feel like it's so specific. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
what is the inspiration behind that one?
I get very vulnerable on this project. But everything is true. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can only speak from real experiences. So everything, and the music video out is too, it's just dropped.
Mhm.
You definitely go check that out. But yeah, everything in there is definitely real story driven. You know what I'm saying? From things that really happened in my life. But it's a growing thing. Like I feel like that song is very like at you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
and that's just a way for, I guess for that record, I feel like I had to get the emotions out that way. But I'm growing every day.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite on the album?
My favorite probably is Letters in the Sky for sure.
Oh, wow, nice.
Did that joint or Paula? I got a song on there by my grandma called it Paula. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Also like with your label mates too, you guys dropped Humble Souls, a mixtape,
Yeah.
to celebrate the 50th anniversary of hip hop. So what
Yeah.
was it like to collaborate with them?
It was fun. Prior to us doing that project, I hadn't really like tapped in with all of the guys. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? The only person or people that I had met was Kalen. I had met him a couple of times while I was out in LA. And I had did a record with HD because one of my favorite places to go record is New York. And he just saw
Mhm.
me out there and we recorded. But like Ruben, Tyree, like Sean Smith, like these are guys I had never met before. So to put all of us in one, under one roof and be like, all right, work. That's basically what they did. Like they put us under one roof and was like, y'all work, y'all go crazy. We had so much fun because we was in the studio with like 3, 4 different studio rooms, and you just see everybody running in and out of rooms, going into other rooms to do a hook over here, do a verse over here. So we just had a
Oh.
lot, and it was competitive. You know what I'm saying? It was friendly.
Mhm.
These are all guys who really rap. You know what I'm saying? And I'm coming in this room as like a singer slash rapper, like, but nah, these guys really rapping. So, but it was fun. We had a lot of fun. And I feel like, yeah, we definitely executed for sure.
Yeah, like I was just listening, oh no, I watched a music video. About to say, yeah, it was Takeover.
Yeah, the
That
takeover,
one.
Johnny and Ruben. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was you were really I was like, oh my God. Like that was really that was like, yeah, that was definitely one of my favorites off the mixtape too. And then like I think the music video kind of like solidified that one for me.
Yeah,
So for sure. Do you have a favorite one off of the mixtape?
yeah. I like it's hard. I like the one with me and Zakari. That's a really special one. Because I grew up listening to him too. So it's
Love
just
him.
um. But I think my favorite one probably Derek Jeter with Huey V. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. We just shot a video for that too. It's coming out soon, so I can't wait for everybody to see it.
Nice. Oh my God. And then also with the mixtape, you guys are also going to have a documentary with that. So
Yep,
like
yep.
how was it like versus like because I think like with Takeover, it was very like, you know, high energy with you guys. Like you could feel it like while you were watching it. So how do you go from like the high energy of a music video to like shooting a documentary as well? Like how was
Well,
it? How was the vibe?
I think they captured the best of us for real. Like in the
Mhm.
documentary, they definitely catch us, you know, turning up and the high energy and stuff like that. But the thing about the documentary too is it kind of captures us in our own worlds, you know, so to
Mhm.
speak, you know, away from when we in the studio or like our thought process, you know, just the thought process of it before we even get in the studio. So it captures a lot of that, you know, captures a lot of, you know, how do you feel about being here? Like, you know, what is, you know what I'm saying? So it has this
Yeah.
calm moment, but it's a really deep, you know what I'm saying? Really deep, detailed, just documentary about where mixtapes come from and really just what it means to us. So, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely gonna be a good one.
I love that. I can't wait to watch that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so you talked a lot about like, you know, having influence of Lil Wayne. Like, what are some other artists that you grew up listening to?
Um, I love Lauren Hill growing up. Uh, Simply Red, Sade,
Hmm.
um, Missy Elliott, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Eminem. I loved Eminem growing up.
Hmm.
You know, after Katrina hit in '05, because like I told you, I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana, but Katrina hit in '05, and we relocated to Tennessee, and we spent a lot of time out there. So I kind of, you know, was surrounded by the Memphis music scene too. So I like growing up, like I was listening to Young Dolph too, like you know,
Yeah.
Starlito. Like it was a lot of different musics because my father loved hip hop and my
Hmm.
mother loved like R&B and country. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So I got a taste of everything for sure growing up.
No, that's a great mixture. That's a great mixture.
Yeah.
So, who are some artists that you feel like you would want to work with in the future?
I definitely want to do a song with Drake. I feel like that's top notch. Wayne and Drake. Once I do that, I'm like, okay. But yeah, I gotta do them. Um,
I can see that.
yeah, no, that would be so crazy.
Hmm.
Bryson Tiller, Party Next Door, like, yeah, yeah. Because I grew up listening to them too. So yeah, true.
Yeah, definitely. So, where do you see yourself like in the next year, the next 5 years, next 10 years? Like, where do you want your career to progress? Is there anything outside of music that you're interested in as well?
Yeah, so I've been recently getting into just modeling. You know, I really want to
Hmm.
model for brands and you know and potentially do acting, like you know what I'm saying. So I just want to branch out and do just do everything really in the next year, next 5 years. So yeah, I just want to branch out and do everything, you know what I'm saying? See me all over TV just doing whatever TV shows, movies, modeling. But hopefully the plan too is to just build a bigger catalog, you know what I'm saying, and just have my team in a better position than we was last year. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that for you. So what can fans expect next from you?
A lot more new music. You know what I'm saying? A lot more new content. Um, my documentary for my album is dropping real soon. I think it might be coming before the Humble Souls
Okay.
documentary, but that's coming real soon. And just a lot more music. Yeah, for sure. A lot more music.
So where can everyone follow you to keep up with you?
Where Instagram, Twitter, RJAERAP, Apple Music, RJAERAP, listen to the music. The new Janae Echo video is out right now on YouTube, same RJAERAP everywhere.
Nice. Thank you so much. It was so nice talking to you today.
Yeah, autumn for sure. Thank you so much.